Imagine a world where biomonitors are as common as smartphones. What might that mean for our privacy? Picture this: tiny devices tracking your every heartbeat, your every breath, your very life rhythms, feeding this intimate data into an ever-hungry network. This is our first stop in a journey into a possible future, a realm where biomonitors are woven into the fabric of everyday life. We dive into this world through the lens of what we'll call a homeostatic triad. This triad is a trio of interconnected elements: the deployment of biomonitors, let's call this A, the collection of biometric data, B, and the control exerted by an omnipresent authority, C. Each element is inextricably linked, creating a cyclical system of surveillance. The more pervasive the biomonitors become, the greater the data collection, which in turn amplifies the control exerted by this omnipresent authority. Now let's flip the script. What happens when we subtract biomonitors from the equation? In this alternate scenario, the absence of biomonitors leads to a lack of biometric data collection, resulting in diminished control by the authority. This is a theoretical equilibrium in which personal freedom could flourish, free from the invasive eye of surveillance technologies. But this is not merely a tale of technology. It's a story of power, control, and the delicate balance between privacy and safety. The omnipresent surveillance we're exploring isn't just about the devices on our wrists or the cameras in our streets. It's about the systems and structures that enable, and indeed thrive on, the ceaseless collection of our most personal data. What are the implications of such a system? What happens when every beat of your heart, every blink of your eye, every minute detail of your existence becomes a data point in a vast network of control? What are the societal and ethical dimensions of this brave new world? These are the questions we must grapple with as we delve deeper into this narrative, as we explore the darker side of a world under the watchful eye of omnipresent surveillance. Because in a world where every beat of your heart is a data point, who holds the reins of control? But what if these biomonitors are for our safety, for our health? Would that change the conversation? Let's explore this question through the second homeostatic triad. This triad delves into the justification of biomonitors for public safety, the public's acquiescence, and the subsequent erosion of privacy. It's a compelling narrative, spun under the comforting guise of safety. Picture this. The authorities introduce biomonitors, touting them as a necessary measure for public safety. They argue that these devices will help predict health crises, prevent accidents, and overall, ensure the well-being of the community. This reasoning, seemingly sound and well-intentioned, forms the first part of our triad, the justification for biomonitors. The public, trusting the authorities and desiring safety, acquiesces to this new technology. They accept the biomonitors, incorporate them into their daily lives, and unwittingly step onto the second part of our triad. The public's acceptance of these biomonitors is a crucial step, one that propels the narrative forward. However, with the acceptance of biomonitors comes a significant, often overlooked consequence: the erosion of privacy. As the biomonitors collect and transmit personal biometric data, the line between public safety and personal privacy blurs. The veil of safety lifts to reveal an unsettling reality. The privacy that was once a fundamental right is gradually eroding. This erosion forms the third and final part of our triad, looping back and reinforcing the justification for further surveillance. So, we find ourselves caught in a cyclical process, where the pursuit of safety leads to acceptance, which in turn erodes privacy, further fueling the justification for surveillance. It's a cycle that feeds on itself, growing more potent with each revolution. But here's the thing to remember. This cycle is not inevitable. It's possible to break free, to resist the encroachment of surveillance. Refusing to accept the premise of safety as a justification for surveillance can undermine the very foundation of this cycle, leading to the preservation of privacy. When safety is the justification, do we risk trading our privacy for an illusion? Trust is the foundation of any society. But what happens when that trust intertwines with surveillance? Let's delve into the third component of our analysis, the fabric of trust, by examining the third homeostatic triad. In this triad, trust in authority to use data ethically, represented by A, is the first cog in the wheel. This trust fuels compliance with biometric monitoring, denoted by B. A society that trusts its leaders to responsibly handle its data is more likely to willingly participate in biometric monitoring. This compliance, in turn, is believed to lead to societal stability, our third variable, C. The theory here is that trust begets compliance, which begets stability. However, this logical sequence is not without its caveats. If this trust, our A variable, is absent, the triad suggests that societal stability, C, is threatened. Without trust in the ethical use of data, compliance wanes and stability is potentially undermined. Now, let's consider the negative conditions of this triad. Non-compliance with biometric monitoring, or B, reflects a lack of trust in authority, A. This distrust can lead to societal instability, C. But there's a ray of hope. If societal stability, C, can be achieved through other means, it could potentially restore trust in the system, A. Thus, the fabric of trust is a delicate weave. It's a complex interplay of trust, compliance, and stability. When trust is placed in authorities to ethically use data, it encourages compliance with biometric monitoring, theoretically leading to a stable society. But if this trust is broken, the fabric starts to unravel. In the context of our dark future, this trust is challenged. Can authorities be trusted with our most intimate biometric data? And if they can't, what does that mean for societal stability? It's a precarious balance, one that underscores the importance of ethical data use and the potential consequences of its misuse. In a world of omnipresent surveillance, where does trust stand, and what could it cost us? As we venture deeper into this realm of biomonitors and surveillance, we uncover a darker side. The promise of safety and health monitoring slowly morphs into an instrument of control, turning technology into a tyrant. It's a world where personal freedoms become the currency exchanged for the illusion of security. The homeostatic triads provide us with a mirror, reflecting the delicate balance between surveillance and autonomy, between trust and control. The triads show us a reality where the deployment of biomonitors leads to an increase in data collection, amplifying the control of an omnipresent entity, akin to Big Brother. Yet, within these triads, we also find a glimmer of hope. The negative conditions suggest a potential for resistance, a possibility for the preservation of personal freedoms. The absence of biomonitors could lead to a decrease in biometric data collection, and in turn, a reduction in the control exerted by Big Brother. As we navigate through this narrative, we must take a moment to reflect on the ethical dimensions of technology's role in society. The use of biomonitors for public safety can indeed be justified, but at what cost? When does the erosion of privacy begin and where does it end? It's a delicate dance between safeguarding our health and preserving our privacy. At the heart of it lies trust. Trust in the authority to use data ethically, trust that leads to compliance with biometric monitoring, and trust that is presumed to lead to societal stability. However, without trust, this entire machinery of surveillance falls apart. Non-compliance can reflect distrust, leading to societal instability. Yet if we can achieve stability through other means, it may restore trust in the system. In the face of technological advancement, the preservation of privacy becomes a battlefront. The question is, are we prepared? As we step into the future, the role of biomonitors in our lives remains an unfolding narrative. We stand at the precipice of a new era where the fusion of technology and surveillance has the potential to redefine our societal fabric. The future of biomonitors is a tale yet untold, a story shaped by our choices and actions. Will we lean into a world where our every heartbeat is tracked, our every breath monitored? Or will we strive for balance, where biomonitors serve us, rather than the other way around? The potential of biomonitors is vast. They could revolutionize healthcare, providing real-time data to help us manage our health and well-being. They could transform the way we understand ourselves, giving us unprecedented insights into our own bodies. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we tread this path, we must be mindful of the need for regulations and safeguards. The collection and use of biometric data should be governed by strict laws that prioritize our rights and freedoms. This is not just a matter for governments and corporations, but for every one of us. We must be vigilant, informed, and proactive. We must demand transparency and accountability. We must remember that our biometric data is ours and ours alone. We must also reflect on the role of individuals in shaping this future. Each of us has a part to play. By questioning, by challenging, by pushing back when necessary, we can steer the course of this narrative. We can ensure that biomonitors are tools of empowerment, not oppression. The road ahead is uncharted. We may face challenges and dilemmas that we can't yet foresee. But if we navigate this journey with caution and wisdom, we can harness the power of biomonitors in a way that respects our freedoms and enhances our lives. The future is not set in stone. It is a story we write together, one heartbeat at a time.